All right, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner talking Giants, and this is your Week 17 offensive line report. Giants are in the playoffs. It feels damn good. And offensive line stepped up in this game. We're going to do an Neal segment, but I want to start with Andrew Thomas. Had a dominant game in the pass pro, did some good stuff, had a nice highlight moment. And then in the run game, very well, like resetting the edge. So we'll get into it all. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And let's look at Andrew Thomas dominating once again. Guys should have awards. All right, so first play, and I got a lot, so maybe I won't go super fast. First play, just great handwork. So the feet are good. 1, 2. We got good proportion. So 54 shows his hands. Thomas works like that circle technique where his hands are coming out wide like this. Now he's able to get into his chest. But Thomas is one. Thomas is trying to use that left hand. And C54 is going to swipe that hand off. He's going to break that hand off. What does Thomas do? Don't let him do that. Pull your hand. Working independent hands. You got this hand on right under that arm. He goes to swipe that arm. Bam. Pull that hand. Again, great feet. Great base. He goes back inside. Then you put that hand on the hip. I mean, that's just that's beautiful football, and just being able to think that fast and work your hands. Next play, you just kill the will of these defensive ends. Watch the feet. Let's get to that first step. That's what we want. Let's get to that second step. That's what we want. We're setting at a 45-degree angle. We're closing space. You see those long arms. See, wrestling with that left hand, stopping this pass rusher from being able to use those hands on him. He gets it off. Now the left hand ready. See, down here, ready to strike. He works back inside. You put that left hand on his hip. Good play. Here on the Richie James touchdown. Again, just fires out of stance. Now, first we're checking. They're showing this, zero look. We got 6 players, 5 blockers. I know Bellinger's right here, but essentially we got 6. So you got to check for the most dangerous threat, right? That's 58. You set towards 54, but you don't overset, and you keep your eyes on him. And he backs out. Bam! All right, we're here. And just the athleticism to make this look easy. Because a lot of tackles in the NFL, or if they have to pay attention to this, they're laid on this, and this guy's working around the corner. Not Thomas. Bam. All right, here. Dominant rep. DJ's able to just manipulate the pocket and get a touchdown. Next play. See the feet fire out of the stance. 1, 2, 3. See how the hips are square? We got our shoulders, horizontal with the line of scrimmage. We got good space. Like, that's the space you want between a pass rusher at this point. And 55's thinking, okay, Thomas, at this point, Thomas's hips are open. So a lot of guys would try and we've seen it happen to Neal, will try and push against that inside shoulder and get him off balance and push his weight this way and get inside. Thomas, nope. Like, he's not able to shift that balance at all, and he ends up losing balance at all. Or shift that weight of Thomas at all, ends up losing balance. Thomas is here, ready to go. Yeah, next play. Guy's going to try and work inside. Thomas totally shuts it down. Dirt. See, we're setting with our feet. 1, 2, 3. We are still horizontal. We haven't opened our hips up. We're square. This is the posture we want. This is the relationship with the pass rusher we want. He works an inside move. Thomas IDs it. Watch this foot. This right foot power down. It is not dropping back here, giving him a path. You power down with that right foot. Bam, power down. Again, hips are square. Beautiful. He's got to go back outside. Jones is scrambling, put him in the dirt. And Daniel Jones is the fastest man alive. Don't take that hit. Next play. Sorry, the video's a little choppy here, but set 1, 2, 3. Look at that hand inside. Underneath that arm. Look at the feet, stay balanced. And he's trying to rip Jersey, and he can't. I mean, Thomas's balances is just off the chain. Again, DJ scrambles. Here on this next play. Again, just great hand work. Set. He even punches a little early on this. Like you really never see Thomas punch a little too early. Especially with those long arms. So 55's work going like 55 sees like, oh, I got him. I got him to mistime his punch. I'm going to swipe that hand. I'm going to swipe that hand. I'm going to get him off balance. Not Thomas. What does Thomas do? Pull that arm. Pull that arm. Reload the hands. Land the punch. I mean, you see those long arms. Get them where you want them. And DJ's getting the ball out. And then this was just funny. So we're running play action. Buckner's trying to chase. And Thomas just showing off some strength. Like, you want to run that way? Bam! Put him on the dirt. Point. I like to think that he's pointing at Buckner, being like, that's your superstar, even though that's not what Thomas is doing. He's pointing at the end zone. He just knows DJ's in. High step. Love the confidence. Love the swagger. DJ gets his 4th touchdown of the game. In the run game, just some really good stuff resetting the edge. So here versus this end, I did a mini breakdown on this on socials. Just getting out here, getting that hand inside, and just keep the feet moving. And we're working from here, and we're pitting him out here. That gives lanes. That gives lanes for Saquon. Not worrying about this guy trying to arm tackle him. Man, big play. Good blocking all around. Good scheme, too. Here, on this run out, I mean, just, that's great. Again, the feet are calm. One step. Doesn't lunge. Quick little choppy steps. Bap, 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 bap. Land that punch inside. And keep the feet moving. And we are resetting at that edge. Resetting that edge. He's off the screen. Next play. Again. Just good posture. Not having, like the feet are good. Hand placement right inside. That's exactly what you want. And again, let your feet do the work. It's really easy to want to lean on these guys and stop your feet. Nope, keep the feet moving. Good posture. He's not leaning all over him. High hand, low hand. Right hand up on that shoulder pad, torquing him out. Good stuff. And then the last play. Here, verse 54. Again, this can make the difference of like 2 yards. Again, see, this is where you get that hand out, torque him. I mean, look at 54. Look at him off balance. Like, he's got that foot up in the air. He can't even get that foot down. Thomas has got those long arms torquing him out. Like, that's awesome. It sucks that there's chaos up front. Because if Glowinski, and Bredesen do better jobs of this, I mean, looks like a lot better run play, obviously. But he's got his foot up in the air. So really good stuff from Andrew Thomas, man. And again, to me, he is the most fun player to watch on the Giants on a week in, week out basis. All right, let's finish off with some Evan Neal. So, something we've looked for out of Evan Neal is progress. And he made progress in this game. I don't think it's the most encouraging film in the world, but there is some good stuff. But there's also some of the same old stuff, and part of it is Kwity Paye really he just doesn't rush with a plan. Like, he just tried to work the corner, and that was basically it. But there's some good stuff in the run, some bad stuff in the run. But a solid game for Evan Neal. Like, this was not a horrible game. This was a solid game for Evan Neal, and he needs some confidence going into the playoffs. Like, he's in a spot right now where he can make or break games. He can be the reason why we're able to complete a 50-yard pass, or the reason why a 50-yard pass turns into a 6-yard Daniel Jones scramble. So let's get into it. All right. So we're going to start with a couple negative and then go into the positive. So if you guys have watched this O-line reports, you've seen this. If this is your first time watching the offensive line report, one main reason Evan Neal has gotten beat is he's just not getting to his third step in these 45 sets. So he's setting at a 45-degree angle, and he is going 1, good job, first step. Second step, good. And then the third step, he is bringing his left foot close and opening his hips to where he is facing the sideline and giving an edge for these pass rushers to get around the corner, right? Like you see Kwity Paye on this. Gets around the corner. He gets off balance. He's punching and the hands are being used against him. Getting around the corner. Now, this is not a horrible rep at all, but it's not a good rep. This is a 3-step drop for Neal too, so you have more wiggle room with this. But that happened multiple, I'm going to show one more play of it. That happened multiple times in this game. I'm not going to do it like some other segments where I show you every single one. But here, on this next play. 1, 2, 3, opens hips. And Paye's able to, get damn close to that quarterback. So, see, first step, good. First step, second step, good. This is good. Now, take that third step, man. And especially against this rush. I know a lot of teams are rushing. I think versus Neal, teams are going to rush these wide nines techniques, wide out here, and just try and get around that corner because he gives up the corner. 1, 2. But on that third step, we are going 1, 2. And the third step is, again, this is not the worst third step, but we're opening the hips up. Step through this. You can step through this block without opening these hips up. See how the feet are close together? Just leaves you off balance. You're not able to punch from a place of strength. He gets into your chest, and he rips around that corner. And here I want to show you examples of him doing what he should do and getting to that third step. So let's go through it. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Beautiful. See? 1, 2, 3. Like we talked about with Thomas. Hips are shoulder square, hips square. That's what you want. That's the proportion you want with the pass rusher. I mean, that is perfect. If he goes inside, you're there to counter. And again, these aren't even perfect reps. But it just shows, man, if you get the feet just pretty good, you'll win reps. 1, 2, 3, bam. Kwity Paye's got no power at this point. Awesome rep for Evan Neal. Next play. 1, 2, 3. Again, he's rushing from the wide nine, and Kwity Paye's not the fastest guy off the edge. But again, watch the feet. 1, 2, 3. Again, see where Thomas is? See how Neal is? That's where you want it. Gives you good posture for a punch. You're not off balance. You're not playing from behind. And you win a rep. Next play. Sorry, I didn't clip this up very well. First step, second step, third step. Again, it's all about the feet. Like this is not even good hand placement. Like you got one hand on the back. Like he should be replacing hands at this, but it just shows how the feet are what determine a good block and a bad block. Like there's next level hand stuff that we talked about with Thomas, and Neal's gonna have to get get down to live up to his draft status. But it's just the feet, man. The feet are over half the battle here. It's a good rep, man. Watch him get out of the stance quick. Bam. Like that's what we want from Evan Neal. Get out of that stance. He's got the athleticism. You see it. See, he even Gets a little aggressive with that punch. Quiddy. Now, here's where Neal has gotten screwed. Is at this point, you keep your feet wide. Don't lean like this because it gets you off balance. Because better pass rushers versus Neal, at this point, they are jacking up that inside shoulder. You see? Now, Neal's able to recover because Quiddy doesn't do that. He just kind of gives that hand swipe to the left arm. But again, the feet. Bah, bah, bah. There we go. That's over half the battle, man. It's just those first few steps. Now, here is the counter to, and this is why he's letting guys get around the corners, because, you know, they say you never want to get beat inside. Like, you'd rather get beat around the corner than get beat inside. But for a guy's development, I want him doing this. I'm sorry, like 1, 2, 3. That's the third step now, and then we'll focus on that post foot. You know, like exactly like this player did. But you see, the good first 3 steps, bam, bam, bam. That's beautiful. Now we can work. I want to be able to fix this rather than just have a guy that's getting beat around the corner and getting off balance and shifting his weight too much one way and getting jacked up on the inside shoulder. I'd rather fix this than try and fix that. So, but how do you fix this? Well, when you see this inside move, take this foot and you could power down and try and get this foot right here, but do not swing it back like this. And this is a problem Thomas had as a rook. This left foot swings back, and that just gives a path to the quarterback. Where if you just pick this foot up and put it down on the line, on this 10-yard line, if he puts his foot down right here, he is washing Quiddy down. Doesn't matter, Giants touchdown. In the run, some good moments on double teams and stuff, but Quiddy is a good run defender. And Neal just kind of gets too far ahead of himself. So we're good at the start, right? This is good. This is fine posture. But he's getting too aggressive, and what he should be doing is keep these feet walking. But he sees that block and he wants to close that space, and he ends up lunging and leaning. And he's got balance issues, no doubt. Like that's something that's a physical thing with him. But you don't have to do this. And Quiddy is going to take advantage of that, and he's going to dump you. Keep walking through this block. You got it. Keep walking through this block. You don't need to overextend yourself like that. We're going to see another play the exact same. Good first steps. But you got to keep your feet moving through this. You lunge into this. You lean through this. You got to keep your feet moving through this. He gets dumped. But some good stuff in the run game too. This block is awesome. I mean, just pancake. Torque him. Good first step. Just pick it up and set it down. Good second step. You land your hands. He's trying to slant inside. So swing your hips. Keep the feet driving. You got your hands land inside. Hands inside. And use that upper body strength and just toss his ass. Good stuff. Here, working a combo with Glowinski. I mean, just showing off. And again, this is a false step right here, right? Like, we're not gaining ground, we're losing ground here. False step, but you just see like the athleticism and strength that he has, the reason why he's drafted so high. And Glowinski does a good job on this too, even though his pad level's high. To just bully this. Get him on the ground. So, hope you guys enjoyed this offensive line report this week. It's always fun after a victory, but even more fun after a victory when you blow the team out and get yourself into the playoffs. So, appreciate you guys. Make sure to check out the film review, all the podcasts, everything. We're going to do a lot more live streams these next couple weeks. So, see you guys on the next one. Until then, let's go Big Blue.